This free agent class is going to be crazy. Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Kemba Walker, all these boys. But you already knew that. But there's a lot of free agents out there. And there's a lot of under-the-radar guys that could shock people next year. Here are my top 4. Number 1, Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is having a career renaissance in Minnesota. In fact, he's putting up the best numbers he's ever had, and maybe not in total, but definitely in efficiency. Derrick Rose is a guy who couldn't make three-pointers coming out of college. He's shooting 40% from 3 this year, and shooting close to 50% overall. And that's not even talking about his playmaking ability, especially out of the pick and roll. His ability to slash, and hey, he's still got that acceleration. He can get to the rim, he can finish, and it's impressive. He has a wide variety of moves, both at the rim and away from the rim to score, and he's going to be a pretty big part of 2019. Trust me on that one. Number 2, JJ Redick of the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers are going to be in a tough spot this offseason, having to re-sign Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, and JJ Redick. And according to GM Elton Brand, they're looking to re-sign Jimmy and Tobias, which means Redick, unfortunately, is on the outside looking in. Now, what does Redick do for this team? Well, he does a lot, shockingly a lot. Shooting just around 40% from 3, just like he does every year. His consistent presence on the outside gives the team some actual floor spacing that any team in the NBA could use. And a guy that takes this many jump shots, shooting over 45% overall, pretty solid as well. But it's deeper than that too. His ability to not only pass, but look at that. Score those shots off the pick and roll. Not many guys can do that in the NBA. JJ Redick is a special shooter. And not only that, but JJ Redick's presence in the locker room and for young guys is huge, as he helps with their development, helps with their confidence, and is just a great player and a great team player overall. I would hate to see him leave the Sixers, but whatever team gets him, is going to be lucky to have him. Number 3, Rudy Gay of the Spurs. Rudy Gay's been around forever, and he's never been an efficient player. He's a volume scorer who can have some big nights, but never really that great, right? Well, this year is changing that narrative. Rudy Gay is shooting over 43% from 3, and over 50% from the field. Who is this man, and what have you done with Rudy Gay? And yeah, a lot of it may be Popovich, but a big reason why his numbers have gone up is, watch this play here, his ability and his willingness to share the basketball. He looks for good shots, and he'll pass up a good shot for a better one, and he'll take advantage of his size mismatch to shoot over smaller guys and back them down in the low post. Rudy Gay has been incredibly impressive this year, as not many guys this late in their career can change the way they play into this efficient style of basketball. But Rudy Gay has continued to improve and can be a big part of a winning team. And I have been very impressed with Gay's presence this year. I'm looking forward to see what happens with him in the offseason. And yeah, it's exciting stuff, man. Rudy Gay, finally a great player, which is awesome to say, because he's always had the potential to be there, and now he finally is. But the only problem is, if you ask him to do too much, he can still fall into those old pitfalls of taking bad shots, trying to be too aggressive. So whatever team he goes to needs to understand that, while he's still very good, maybe don't ask him to shoot, 20 plus times a game. And last but certainly not least, Julius Randle in the New Orleans Pelicans. And man, what a season he's having. You don't hear people talk about it very much. All you hear about is Anthony Davis and Rich Paul and tampering and all this nonsense, right? But over here, Julius Randle just having a career year, breaking out at still a young age. And guess what? he's only getting better. As you see here, he's able to use his bigger size to match up against small fours and finish at or around the basket. And he's developing a three-point shot, shooting 32% from beyond the arc. And while that isn't a fantastic percentage, it's good enough to make the defense respect him, especially when he's wide open, as he actually shoots over 40% on open three-point opportunities, which is perfect. It makes the defense come up on him, which means he can either drive to the basket, make a smart pass to a guard, allow the guard to drive. It allows for a lot of fun matchups in the pick and roll game to where he can either roll or pop, and he's a lot of fun to watch. And he's still young, like I said. His ability to rebound is also incredibly impressive. He's 6'9". Yeah, I know, only 6'9", right? And his ability to use his footwork and his positioning in the paint allows him to grab boards that most guys wouldn't be able to grab, especially over 7-footers. And I mean, look at this shot. Come on, man. Julius Randle making shots like that, he's getting better. He's only going to make more shots like that. So I'm excited for Julius Randle, and I think you should be too. And also, apparently, the Dallas Mavericks are looking for him. And him, and Luka, and Kristaps, and oh man, I'm hoping that happens. That would be fun to watch. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. We'd really appreciate it here at The Lockdown. And hey, check out our podcast if you haven't heard it. We record it once a week, talk about all different sports. It's a great time. All right, peace.